Spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack. Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Minnesota's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes on the stage.
Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
You know, you hear a lot about pre-game jitters and nerves. I'm not sure if the quarterback really felt fully convinced that's where that ball should have gone, David, because that just looked shaky from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think your goal as an offensive coordinator, so many offensive coordinators across the country, what do they tell us? I got to get my quarterback in a rhythm, make it easy on him early. That wasn't it. You could tell a little bit of confusion, and that's the opposite of getting him in a rhythm. Now you got him in a funk to start this game, and the defense gets a takeaway on play 1.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Strong, firm tackle. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to pass, it's Perkins. He's got it on the move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide out in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They want to just keep throwing it. He lobs one high down the left side. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. He's looking for a man on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Myers. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Keeps looking downfield. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Coming after him. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. To the air. It's Perkins. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Trying to find his man on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Hard running there. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the back. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
14, Florida Atlantic, 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Dropping back, it's Perkins. Quickly complete. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Florida Atlantic, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
Yep.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Looking to throw, it's Perkins. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On fourth down, going to the air. Got it past the marker. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls! What a grab and go for the score.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David